Hi. So this is just gonna be a quick video because I am going out in just a few moments. So probably at some point my phone is going to start making a ruckus and then I just have to say bye. But anyway, it's just something I wanted to say because I need to get it off my chest. I consider myself to be goth, and while my clothing style is more casual, it's generally not corsets and fishnets. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I really like it, but I think that when you are the size that I am, that at least on me wouldn't look so good. So it's mostly black shirts, perhaps a bit of belt sleeves, and some gothic jewelry. So I don't get it as much as those that go more full out, but I do get it. And that is the idea that if you dress differently, then of course you do it just to get attention, and that annoys the hell out of me. Now, first of all, everybody who dresses up do so to get attention. That might be attention from a lot of people, it might be attention from those that they're around. If you go out in public dressed up, you do want that effort to be noticed. However, to say that if you are different, you're only different to get attention from those that are normal, that is a very condescending thing. Because I have chosen to be goth because, and to use that name, that word about myself, because the lifestyle, the aesthetics, it speaks to me. I've always been this way. When I was a little girl, those were the kind of aesthetics that I liked. And I am different because that's the way I am. And I think it's very arrogant to assume that I and everybody else who has some sort of different fashion sense, different lifestyle, different religion, and so on, are so just to rebel. I mean, I hear the same thing about other kinds of lifestyles. I hear it because I'm an occultist. I hear it because I am a transhumanist, and constantly the same. But are you just doing this to be different? Are you just doing this to be noticed, to get attention? No, I'm doing it because it's important to me, and it is an expression of who I am. And I think it's very important that not everybody needs to be the same. I think that it would be an extremely boring world if everyone wore the same clothes, dressed the same, acted the same, had the same interests, the same desires for life. That would be a very, very, very boring world. So no, to those that might have those questions, that might see this video, I am not goth because I want to stand out. I am not goth because I want you to notice me. I am not goth to rebel against the norm. I am goth because that's who I am on the inside, and so through clothing and jewelry and my behavior, I express who I am on the inside, on the outside. Being goth is a way for me to be honest about who I am. Now, of course, I'm not saying that there isn't people who chooses to wear different clothes, who chooses to be goths or punks or whatever they choose to be different. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure there's some that do it to annoy parents. I'm sure it's some who do it just to stand out. And there's nothing wrong with that. But most people I have met who are in this lifestyle in one way, form or another do it because they feel something inside that makes it the right choice for them. So, yeah. It is this. Some people seem to think that if something is different about you, if you do not follow the norm, then there has to be something wrong with you, something that makes you want to be, you have to be damaged in some way. That be that you haven't gotten enough attention, or that you are just an attention whore. It might be that you have been abused or had some problem that makes you scream for attention. But the fact of the matter is that most goths are well-adjusted, nice people with their own life goals who just are different by nature. Now, can an extremely dramatic style of dress, can a sudden shift in how you look be a sign that something is wrong? Yes, it can. But to go from that to saying that everybody who dresses differently is this or that way, that I think is wrong. And not only wrong, I think it speaks volumes about a person that has these prejudices, because it shows a very condescending way to look at people around you. It has that, oh, poor her, she's attention seeking. And that really pisses me off. That is why I had to make this video, even if I really didn't have the time to sit down and talk at a computer right now. Because I've had a lot of it lately, and I actually think the whole, oh, but you just want to be different to get attention, is worse than the whole, oh, are you a Satanist? Or millions of other prejudices towards gods. Because at least in those prejudices, they're either based on that you fear something different, or it is based on ignorance. And I can sort of forgive both. But that condescending attitude that, oh, you're different, you have to be different because of me. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? The idea that I dresses and am the way I am because of the people around me, that I do it to make them notice me or to rebel against the rules of normality. Now, on every prejudice I say have a tiny, tiny, tiny drop of truth. And yes, I think many who are goths, myself included, at times do get the occasional kick out of rebelling against the rules of normality. Because I personally feel that the idea of what is normal, what is good, is very messed up. I think that normal is very relative. However, to say that is the basis of my entire lifestyle, and the entire lifestyle of everybody who is like this. I think that is pretty ignorant, and it is pretty condescending. Now, of course, I can't speak for anybody but myself. So if you feel that I've said anything that insults you, then I am sorry for that, because that's not my intention. My intention is just to say that don't just assume people are goth for some way or another. If you are wondering why a person dresses differently, ask them. We are people. We have mouths. We can speak. And don't look down on anybody. There be goths, gays, people of different religions, anything. Don't just look down on people because they do something that you yourself wouldn't do or you yourself don't understand. If you have a problem with something or you are curious, find out about it. Read up on it. Ask people. Don't just sit there and repeat prejudices. Because most of the time the way people are, it is an expression of who they are. Now it might be some way they are going to be for their entire lives, or it might be something that expresses them right here and now and which will change. But usually it is a way of expressing yourself, and you don't express yourself to rebel against others' opinions. So that was just what I wanted to say. Have a great day, and blessed be.